Hello students, welcome to the class of Poisson distribution using Excel. So in this class we would be drawing the graph of Poisson distribution for different values of lambda, and we would also be validating our results of mean and variance as we have seen theoretically. Besides this, we would also solve our example using Excel command. Okay, so now here I have shown this is the x, that is random variable. Let us make the graph of Poisson distribution for the range of x, that is from 0 to 20. So I am just providing the range of x just to 20. Okay, let us calculate the probability for the corresponding outcome of x. Okay, so here I am using the command of Poisson distribution. Okay, so here first I have to enter the value of x, so I am linking it with this cell. Then mean, so I am taking the value of lambda as 1, so mean would be 1. Now since I am concerned with the probability mass function, so I am using the false command. If I want to use the cumulative distribution function, then I would have gone with the true command. Okay, so let us use the false command and we would get the value as 37%. Okay, what does it mean? It means that there is 37% probability that the outcome of the random variable would be 0. Okay, so this is the corresponding probabilities for the different value of x. Okay, now let us calculate the probability when lambda is equal to 4. So we just need to change the value of mean in the Poisson distribution command. Okay, x is again the same cell, mean would be 4 and the command would be false. So I'm double clicking it to calculate the corresponding probabilities. Now in the same manner, let us calculate the probability when lambda is 10. Again using the same Excel command, I am just changing the value of mean. The mean would be 10 and the last command would be false. Okay, now let us plot this in a graph. So first plot the graph of Poisson distribution when mean is 1. Okay, so I am just making a scatter plot for this. Okay, now let us connect this dot shown by line. Okay, okay, now let us add the second graph, that is when mean is equal to 4 in the same chart. So we'd use the select data command. Then I would add the series 2 . So the series name would be when mean is equal to 4. Now the x values would be the same, that is from 0 to 20, and the y values would be the corresponding probability for x when lambda is equal to 4. this would come somewhat like this. Okay, and let me edit the series one also here. Mean is equal to 1. Let us tick mark the legend part to show the different mean of different graphs. Okay, now let us add the third graph into the given chart. So again, I am just selecting the data. Now I am using the add command, and series name is when mean is equal to 10. Okay, so x value would be same, and the y value would be the corresponding probability. Okay, so here this is the, let me change it, the Poisson distribution. Okay, so now you can easily see from these three graphs that when lambda equals to 1, the graph is skewed towards the right. Okay, and when lambda is equal to 4, the graph is still skewed towards the right, but it is less skewed as compared to the case when lambda equals to 1. Okay, and when the value of lambda is increased further to 10, the graph has become symmetrical in nature and resemble the graph of normal distribution. Okay, so from this we can observe the fact that as we increase our mean or the Poisson parameter, that is lambda, our graph would approximate the normal distribution. Okay, so this property of Poisson distribution would be used in our further classes on sampling distribution. Okay, so now let us validate our results of Poisson distribution for the mean and variance. Here I have shown the value of x and the corresponding probability for x in case of lambda is equal to 3, and this column let us write down the x times px. Okay, so let us multiply the first row by the second row. Now if I add all this and do the summation of it, okay, so this summation represents the mean or expected value of the Poisson distribution, since it is given by summation of x times px. So you can easily see that the mean is same as that of the lambda is equal to 3. Okay, similarly we can also validate the result of variance using the variance formula. Okay, now let us see the example which we have calculated theoretically in our class. This is the example. Let us read again. If goals are scored randomly in a game of football at a constant rate of 3 per match, calculate the probability that more than 5 goals are scored in a match. Okay, so here we are being given that the value of lambda is 3. Now we have to calculate the probability that x is more than 5. Okay, so coming back to the Excel sheet, when lambda is equal to 3, for the px greater than 5 is given out by the summation of probabilities for all the outcomes that is greater than 5. So here I would sum it up and I would get the value of 0.084. Okay, another way to calculate the value of probability that x is greater than 5 is by using the cumulative distribution function. Okay, so let us use the cumulative distribution function. Poisson distribution, here x is 5, mean is 3, and in order to use the cumulative distribution function we should use the true command. Okay, true. Now here I got the value of 0.916, but this is not the same as 0.084. The reason is that the cumulative distribution function gives us the cumulative probability to the left of the curve. Okay, so this gives us the value that x is less than 5. So we need to subtract it from the total probability, that is 1, and we would get the value of 0.084. Okay, so this is the another method of calculating the probability. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.